All right, y'all. Welcome back to TNC, where we speak to the movers, the shakers, and the tastemakers. Now, filling in for Miss Portia today, we have
Miss Yaya. Hey, y'all.
All right, and we also have our wonderful guest with us, Miss.
Thank you, Miss Chanel Pearls.
Let's clap it up for her. Now, I was looking through your social media. You are a gorgeous person. You really are. You do a lot, and I really want to know, when did you get started? When did you think you were good? All of that.
Wow. Technically, I would have to say back in 5th grade, I did my first play.
Well, that's early.
Yes.
Wow.
And it's something about when you do things as a child, it's so impressionable upon you. And so I never forgot that feeling of what it was like when I played that role as a 5th grader. I actually played a grandma.
I was about to ask, what was the role?
Yes, it actually is kind of funny because I'm known for having an old soul. And so it was perfect for me, even as a 5th grader. But I just never forgot what that feeling felt like. And that's something that I just always held on to. So when I went to middle school, I also continued to stay in theater. And the theater teacher, she told my grandmother, God rest her soul, but my grandmother worked at the middle school that I went to. And she told her, she was like, Donna, you better keep that girl in theater. Keep her in theater because she has a gift. And so I always stayed with it. And I even went to college for it. I graduated with a performing arts degree from a college in Dallas, Texas. And it's just something that's just always been a passion of mine.
That is, let's clap it up for that.
Yeah.
Okay, let's clap it up for that because she graduated.
Yeah.
Some of us don't do that.
Do like what Eric say.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did.
They need to zoom in on those
No, for real.
earrings.
Do we have to zoom?
My goodness.
Okay.
Those
That's
earrings
actually really
are
beautiful.
given, for real. Yes.
So what is something that you've been most proud of since, obviously your degree is an amazing accomplishment, but since you've been in this career field, what's something you must be proud of?
Wow. I would have to say the State Farm commercial that I did.
Yeah, what?
Yes. Yes.
Not just with Jake.
Yeah, I was with Jake, and he's very humble, by the way.
I was about to ask, is he cool in person?
Very cool, very humble guy. And I would have to say that was the best commercial experience that I've ever had to date.
Wow.
And that was pretty much the pivotal moment for me to know, like, okay, you're onto something here. Because I actually got upgraded on the commercial set. So for those who may not know what that means, I went in as a featured background role, right? And they told me on set, they said, we want to upgrade you. And I was like, oh, what does this mean? And it was already a big deal that I was there anyway, because it was a SAG commercial, which is Screen Actors Guild, which is a huge deal in the acting world, right? But at the same time, this was new to me. So I'm like, what does this mean? So I text my agent right away. I'm like, they said I got upgraded. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And she said, I have one word for you. She said, residuals. And I said, oh.
Oh, let's go.
Period.
I said, oh.
Let's go.
I said, I love that word. So yeah, those checks were rolling in like almost every week. I was getting checks from that commercial. So
Wow.
I have to thank God. I have to give him
'Cause that
all
plays
the glory
everywhere.
and the honor for just allowing me that opportunity. And it's been up from
That
there.
is
I'm
crazy.
thankful.
That's amazing. I also wanted to get into the Woman of Flowers event that you had in Houston.
Yeah.
How was that experience for you?
That was a wonderful experience.
Well, first, let's tell our audience
Yes.
what that is so they can understand.
Yes, I don't know either.
It's basically a women's group that is faith-filled, I would say. Women who love God, believe in God, and it's based in Houston, Texas, by Miss Annie Levi. Shout out to
Wow.
you. And she invited me to go out there as a speaker. And this was my first time just venturing out on my own, going to another city that I don't live in to go speak alone. Because usually I travel with my momager, I like to say. Shout out to my mom, Mimi, I love you. She is so supportive of me. She goes with me everywhere.
love
And
that.
so this was like one of the first times she's like, Chanel, I'm not going to be able to go. So I'm like, okay, got to put the big girl panties on. And, I hit the road and I went out there and I spoke on my own. And everybody was just really appreciative of of the speech that I did, and it was more of a, like I said, in a spiritual aspect. So they really, really appreciated what I did, and they felt the spirit. You know, they felt it, and for me, that was just so gratifying to know that I made a difference to somebody, and I heard testimonies even after that too. So,
girl, not you moving and shaking.
No, for
yeah,
real.
yeah.
That is crazy. That is so
Yes.
spiritual. That is so awesome for you. And I know I bet you felt 3 times as much coming back from them.
Yes. You know, that's a good point that you say that, because what you put out into the world, it comes right back to you. So
Most
you have to be very mindful of, what am I putting out into the world? Am I putting out good things or am I putting out bad things? Because whatever you put out, honey, trust me, it's going to come right back. So I'm always very in tune with what I'm presenting to the world, because I'm a child of God. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but I want you to be able to see the God in me. When you talk to me, when you get to know me, you should be able to say, you know what, there's something different about her. It's her spirit. And that's really the most beautiful compliment that I can ever get from anybody,
definitely.
is for someone to say they see my spirit. They see the God within me.
Oh, I love that. I love that. So,
Girl, you
right. That was something for real.
she was funny.
Okay, so
Yeah.
what is something that you are currently working on?
Right now, I actually have a brunch coming up this Saturday.
Oh,
yes. It's called Bloom Brunch. And I entitled it Bloom Brunch because it's spring. Spring is about just renewal, and it's just about things coming to life, just being the best you that you can possibly be. It's a time of refreshing and renewal, as I say. So I just want all of the ladies in my women's group, Next Level Women, to come together. And even if you're not a part of the group, everybody is welcome. Just send me a message and I'll tell you all the details, because I really want us as women to come together, to uplift each other, empower one another, and just be the best that we can be.
Yeah.
So what is entailed in this brunch? Like, what is it? Just like women conversing and lifting each other up, or is there more to the brunch?
Yeah, so it's like an open dialogue. I love having open dialogue conversations, because it's not just about the brunch, but more so about really digging deep into who are we as women? Who do we want to be? You know, what are we working on? And how can we help each other to accomplish that? So it's going to be patio vibes. It'll be outside. I want everybody to wear floral prints. So, you know, I love a good theme. So
That's cute.
even though we're doing empowering stuff, we still have to be girly and look
Yeah.
cute, you know. So I'm excited. I'm ready for that.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. Well, where can everybody find you, get to see what you're doing and what's
You can find me on Instagram at Chanel.pearls with a Z. That's CHANEL.pearls, PEARLZ. And so if you look at my bio, you'll see all of my other pages that I have. I have Next Level Unlocked for the more inspirational things. I also have the Next Level Women if you would like to join the women's group in Austin. So I always will post what's going on. So yeah, give me a follow.
as? We love
Yeah.
to see it, and it was great having you here with us today.
Thank
Let's
you for
clap it up
having
Miss
me.
Chanel.
Yes, ma'am.